feel spread-eagled by this pace. But look at McKiernan on the right there. Very, very composed. That lovely, long, bouncy stride of hers carrying along quite comfortably on the shoulder of the Portuguese. Dias, as I was saying earlier, has had a very busy winter, the Portuguese there who leads. She was second in Bolbec, the first cross-challenge of the winter, way back in November. She was first at Turquoise, first in Sao Paulo, fifth at Algarve. She won the Portuguese championships recently, of course. And here she is again, doing the business, and how. She's got a good record in this event too, Dias. Second in 1990, sixth in 1991, and then third last year. So she's got silver and bronze medals already from the World Cross Country. Lynn Jennings goes through in fourth place. Fates of France goes through in fifth, and Liz McColgan has moved up to sixth place. Now that's interesting. McColgan, of course, heavily into her training for the London Marathon at the moment. This is very, very short for her. Certainly far from ideal. And Maya beginning to drop back off the two leaders by the looks of things, but as Paula Radcliffe goes through behind the two Kenyans. Now it's between these two by the looks of things. Alana Maya, the South African, really pushed it too hard and she's suffering. Looks so uncomfortable there. Look at the composure of Dias in front. A very neat, compact little runner, Dias. Last time a Portuguese athlete won the World Cross Country was Carlos Lopez back in 1985 when he won in front of home fans in Lisbon. Well, this isn't too far from Portugal, and I wonder just how many thousand Portuguese have come across to watch Dias and her teammates run. Very good crowds in Amorebieta. Jennings goes through in fourth place. Fighters in fifth, McColgan and Peters in sixth and seventh. And then the Kenyans in eighth, ninth and 10th by the looks of things from that shot. Well, Dias looking very, very deep in concentration there. And she's now calling the shots, no doubt about that. McKiernan in second place is working hard to stay with this fluent running of Dias. She's worked hard to get into this sort of form, Dias. She was 10th in the 1988 Olympic 10,000 meters final. She failed to finish the 1991 Tokyo 10,000 meters final. She was only 13th in Barcelona in the 10,000 meters. But here, Maria Albertina Dias, the 27-year-old, pouring on the pace, and by the looks of things, pulling away from Katharina McKiernan. Alana Maya, very, very tired in third place, struggling like mad. You can see Lynn Jennings there to the top left of picture in the dark glasses in fourth place at the moment, alongside Fighters of France in fifth. But these three are away, and none more so than Albertina Dias. Perfect conditions. When the sun comes out, it's been very warm indeed, but it's tucked in behind the clouds now, and the temperature dropping to around 10 degrees. But that's not affecting Dias. The ground underfoot very, very firm, apart from a few sandy patches. And as they crest that hill, let's just have a look at the leaders. Dias leads from McKiernan, from Alana Maya, who's really labouring up that hill. Some 20, 25 metres now behind McKiernan, who looks as though she's heading for a second consecutive silver medal in this World Championships. Yes, the leg speed of Dias has definitely picked up there. This is the great thing about this stage of a race. When you're leading and you're into the final lap, the confidence is flowing, the adrenaline starts pouring, and you feel better and better and better. And I bet she's floating along there. You can see McKiernan's feet at the top of the picture coming into shot, but what's that gap? About 20 metres now, maybe 25 metres. Dias leads. This would be a real turn up for the books. McKiernan's beaten Dias 2 or 3 times this winter. The only time Dias has beaten McKiernan was in the very first race of the winter at Bolbec, when McKiernan had a cold. But Dias has got her peaking to perfection. Maya goes through in third place. Jennings in fourth. Peters in fifth. Fighters in sixth. And Liz McColgan back in seventh now, but still fighting on. McColgan, of course, has been pouring in the training for the London Marathon, which is now just 3 weeks away. That's her main goal of the early part of 1993. This really just a speed workout for McColgan. The two cannot be combined that well when the women have to run such a short distance as this. Remember, only 6 kilometres. Maya now being caught by Lynn Jennings by the looks of things. Indeed, Zola Peters going with Jennings, and they're eating up the ground towards Maya, who really is in a bad way. Unless they slow down behind her, they should storm past her, and Zola Peters just that. She says to Jennings, what are you stopping for? Keep going. Dias, though, now out on her own. Very, very well-muscled young lady. 27 years old, has been around for some time, Albertina Dias. And my, how she deserves this. Second and third places in the past in this event. Bronze medalist last year in the snow, and I wonder how many times she's had to run in the snow before in Portugal. And here, surely heading for a gold medal now. Katharina McKiernan looking under pressure there. McKiernan, only 23 years old herself, the receptionist from County Cavan. Leads the World Cross Challenge from Albertina Dias by 9 points, incidentally, 97 to 88. Now, if Dias goes on to win here from McKiernan, she gets 6 points extra, which would mean that McKiernan still takes the Cross Challenge Series with its accompanying $10,000 first prize. Well, Dias is going to win this, I'm sure. McKiernan, some 30 or 40 metres back now in second place. Indeed, being chased hard by Zola Peters and Lynn Jennings. Jennings usually wins with that finishing sprint of hers. Now she's battling for the bronze medal. Albertina Dias, though, is at the line now. She takes the World Cross Country Championships 1993. Bursts into tears on the line. Katharina McKiernan, by the looks of things, hanging on to the silver medal. And Lynn Jennings, they're just taking the bronze from Zola Peters. South Africans in fourth and fifth, or is it sixth there? Liz McColgan comes through to take fifth from Alana Meyer. And the Kenyans in seventh there, with Fighters of France in eighth by the looks of things. What a run by Albertina Dias. A wonderful, wonderful climax to a career that has shown great persistence in the Women's World Cross Country Championships. Gold go to Portugal. So Dias wins then from McKiernan, Jennings, Peters. McColgan, the first Britain home, 2017. I think she'll be pleased with that, to go with her third place of 2 or 3 years back. Alana Meyer in sixth. Conga, the first Kenyan, in seventh. That's possibly a little disappointing. And Fighters of France